Hey, have you ever broken your paddle?
I broke my paddle!
Come and join us as we set shuttle for Breakdown Creek, where we will break down how to build your own breakdown. Sweet, looks like we're pulling in a pudding. My name's Fizz, and this is my buddy Rocco.
Heyo!
Yahoo! I'm so stoked right now. Are you stoked right now, Rocco?
I'm so stoked right now. We've been wanting to make these breakdown paddles for so long, so let's grab our kayaks, put on our safety gear, and get started.
Yahoo! I forgot my pogies.
Whoa, this place is pretty sweet. I like what I'm seeing.
We were inspired by Wheels and Water's blog, written by Nate Dogg in 2011. We couldn't find any YouTube videos on how to make a breakdown paddle, so we decided to make our own. Thanks for the blog, Nate Dogg!
Yeah! Here's our list of supplies. 3 old paddles, new sleeves and button clips, a supercomputer, books, notepads, paper, pencils, tape measure, alcohol epoxy, sandpaper, and calipers, cups, brush, and a stir stick, an angle finder, scraps of wood, a nail gun, adjustable square, a 6-inch pony clamp, a hammer and block of wood, shop rag and a Sharpie, duct tape, radial arm saw, machinist V-blocks, an end mill, and a drill bit. We recommend you do all of your own research, seeing as everyone is different, so is every paddle. Please note to take your notes, because our measurements won't be the same as your measurements. Do your due diligence and research. Measure twice and cut once.
Alright, so it's time to clean up our paddles. Be sure to get any tape or stickers off that will get in our way. Safety first, quality second, and production will follow. We decided to use denatured alcohol to get that extra spit shine. Dirty.
Now we're going to cut some scrap wood for the jig. As you can see, I have my safety set. Let's go over here and nail this together. This jig is for the 2-piece breakdown paddle. I'm using a machinist V-block to flushing up my edges. The nail gun can be very dangerous, so make sure you have your safety set. Now I'm going to put a set of nails on both outside edges. Sweet! Now that this is nailed together, let's head back over to the radial arm saw. Now I'm going to adjust the saw blade's height. That way I can cut a groove in our jig. This jig allows us to raise up the paddle so that the blades don't interfere with a square cut. Now that each paddle is measured, we can mark where we want to make the cuts. Our first cut will be the 2-piece breakdown paddle. Have your safety set, turn on the GoPro, visualize your line, execute the move. What was 1 is now 2. Cool, now I'm going to cut the jig into smaller pieces for the 4-piece breakdown paddles. I'll raise back up the blade to cut the groove. I'm going to nail one of the smaller pieces down to the table. Now I'm recutting a groove. We're going to start with the blue Warner paddle. Each 4-piece breakdown will take 3 cuts. Make sure you accurately line up your markings. I like to cut off both blades. Then I cut the middle of the shaft. Now we'll repeat these steps, cutting the other 4-piece breakdown paddle.
Now that we have all the pieces cut, we can inspect the inside of the shafts to see if there's any treasures. Ooh, a plug. Grab your calipers to measure each opening's inside diameter. Some openings are more oval. To get the smallest inside diameter, rotate the shaft while measuring. When taking notes, be sure to associate a symbol with each opening, or you'll be sorry when it comes to gluing later. These inside diameters will be the measurements for the outside diameters of the sleeves we'll need to order next.
We chose Rockwest Composites to order our 3 different sizes of fiberglass sleeves and button clips. Remember to select the outside diameter when ordering your sleeve. We've double checked our measurements and now we're ready to place our order. Cool, now we're gonna chill at camp and wait for our package to arrive.
3 days later.
Awesome, it's here!
Throw it at me. Ooh, button clips. Oh, fiberglass sleeves. Let's go through this order and take an inventory of everything that arrived. Make sure the sleeves are all the right size, and let's get ready to cut.
We're back to using dangerous machinery, so make sure you have your safety set. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome, now that our sleeves are measured and marked, I'm gonna cut them on the saw. Now double check that my sleeves are in tune. Perfect.
Pitch perfect. So now it's time for us to dry fit our sleeves, mark it, and then number each side. To mark the center sleeve, we're going to use an adjustable square. Ooh. Place the adjustable square on the sleeve and mark the middle. Snap on your gloves and grab your 120 grit sandpaper. We're going to sand the outside of the sleeve to create a bevel. Fiberglass is really itchy, so these gloves come in real handy. Switch out your gloves and put on your nose plug. We're going to clean all these surfaces we're about to glue. We're using West System Epoxy, 105 epoxy resin, 205 fast hardener, and mixing the two rapidly together. Then we'll add the 404 high density adhesive filler. Add a little bit of 404 at a time until you get a smooth peanut butter consistency. Doesn't that look good? Load up your brush with epoxy so we can apply an even coat around the entire sleeve. All glued up and ready to insert. I gave it a little twist just to keep an even coat of epoxy. Ooh, we got some drippage. Tell me.
Here you go.
Thanks, safety. We'll wipe this one off and we'll be finished with our two-piece. Huzzah! Now we're going to repeat these steps for each paddle. Once you start mixing all the epoxy agents together, they'll start curing. So be quick, because it's a race against the clock. That one's done. Only one more to go. Some of the shafts are going to be more oval in shape, like we discussed earlier. If this happens to you, grab a piece of wood and a hammer. We're going to tap the sleeve into the shaft until our desired depth. That's using your noggin. All glued up! After allowing the epoxy to cure overnight, we are ready to drill out the hole for the quick release button. Once your ideal hole is marked, insert the middle shaft to the paddle blade and tape together. We chose to place our button clips facing up, with the idea that they'd be less likely to be engaged while paddling. Continue assembling your paddle, marking each hole and taping each joint. With the two-piece paddle, we decided to make a 0 degree. We're going to mark our hole, push it flat on the table, and tape it up. Ow! 0 degree!
Nice, let's get ready to drill these paddles. Now I'm going to use the machinist V-blocks to hold the paddles in the vise. These V-blocks will help prevent the paddles from shifting in the vise. Since we're putting our button clips in the top of the paddle, I'm going to make sure it's lined up nice and vertical in the vise. Next, I'm going to line up the drill bit with our marked holes. Before drilling, use your calipers to make sure that your diameter of the button clip is the same diameter as your drill bit. Remember, measure twice, cut once. Now that I've double checked everything, I'm ready to drill this hole for the button clip. I'm going to pull down the lever, nice and slow, get a clean cut. Sweet, this one's all done. Now I'm going to grab the other paddle. All of the steps will be the same except for 2 extra holes to drill for the button clips on each end of the paddle. Awesome, I finished my paddles. Now it's time to set up Fizz to drill out hers.
You got my safety, Rocco?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
I'll pull you out if anything happens.
I'm gonna make sure my drill bit is properly aligned at the right angle. Everything's looking great. Now I'm gonna flip on the machine and pull down on the lever. Ooh. First one done. Time to adjust the paddle to set up for the other holes I need to drill. I'm gonna keep doing this until all the holes have been drilled. Alright, I'm gonna pull down the lever. Oh, that's a good hole. And like that, all drilled out and ready to go. It's getting a little crazy. Oh, you got me? You got me?
Yeah, I got you. I'll pull you out of it.
Did you see me enter? Rip off that duct tape, tap out that dust, and get ready to insert some button clips. Squeeze the button clip tight, insert it into the sleeve, and push it in until you see the button pop out the hole. You might need to use a Sharpie or a pencil to help you out. Woohoo! We've made it! We have a breakdown! 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4!
I'm going to use a clamp to secure one of the blades of the breakdown paddles to the table. I'll check the angle finder with my current 30-degree Warner paddle. Looks pretty accurate. Now with my middle connection unclipped, I'll adjust each paddle by 30 degrees to make all of them adjustable. Well, that was really easy. After I've marked where I want my new button clip lined up to be for this paddle, I'm going to tape off the middle shaft so it doesn't move on me. Once your paddle's completely taped up, you can unclamp it from the table. Now we get to go back to the end mill. Follow me. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. We're almost done. Woohoo! I'll get this paddle set up in the vise. Cool, I got it in a good position where I want it. Now I'm going to drill out this last hole for this paddle. Awesome, now it's Fizz's turn. Woohoo, she crushed it. Now there's only 1 paddle left. Okay, I'm gonna safely approach this dangerous machinery. I got my line set up. Safety's good, you got me?
Yeah.
Okay, here I go. Yeah, I'm slowly pulling down the lever. Oh, something's happening, you got me?
Yeah,
Pull me out. I slipped. Oh, pull me.
Got you.
Gee willikers, that was a close one.
Let's see what we got. Time to add the second button clip. This second button clip allowed us to change this paddle from a 30-degree paddle to a 0-degree paddle. Sweet, now my breakdown paddle is adjustable.
This is the paddle I broke in the beginning of the video. The best way to figure out your paddle length is to sit in your kayak and measure the vertical distance from your nose to the waterline. This measurement should match the distance from the paddle's grip to the throat. I decided to keep it and turn it into a single blade by cutting it and gluing in a T-grip. That's so cool, now we have breakdown paddles for our next adventure. I had a great time doing all that work with you, Fizz.
Oh, it's always a blast to have you on a run, Rocco. You think the Jeep's still there?
I hope it's still there. Wait, do I even have my keys?
Hey, Rocco, what was your favorite part?
Oh, I'd probably say my favorite part was using the end mill. That was pretty cool. What was your favorite part?
Definitely using all the glue.
Fizz. Sweet, we have breakdown paddles now. Woo!